Well, production today was pretty solid right up until this last best of 3. Do you want to smack talk the guy in chat? You got 20 seconds to do it, man.
It's the guy who's wondering why I'm casting. It's because I lost in the stage 1 qualifier. Basically, recently in some tournaments I've been done goofing in series versus Protoss where I'm up a game, then I think I'll just try out something new, and then I get 1-1, then I'll try out something new, and then I lose 1-2. That's pretty much what happens. So I'm not in IEM stage 2. Yeah, cute.
Well, I mean, all that said, also hashtag passion, hashtag nice guy, hashtag Hinderlisk. I'm really glad he's here with me today, because solo casting sometimes totally blows. But anyways, let's get into these introductions for these fine players. This is the losers bracket for the IEM Toronto qualifiers, guys. It's the last chance these guys have to get in. One player out of the 4 remaining here in the losers bracket will have a chance to go through and actually qualify for IEM Toronto. So we'll see which of these guys can do it. So close to the end, but not quite there yet. Spawning here in the top left corner-ish of merry-go-round, it's going to be the orange Terran player, from Root Gaming, Illusion.
And going for the same build pretty much is 6 o'clock Terran. In the blue, it's CM Storm's Polt.
So here's the thing about Polt that comes into this. Once again, we didn't get to see the series of Polt versus Major, guys. I have no idea how that played out for him to lose 3-0, but the thing about Polt is I kind of feel like he's one of these players in StarCraft 2 that is technically exploitable because he plays basically the same way every game. If you know how to get around that in a manner that is one-sided, congratulations, you've beaten Polt. But that's a lot easier said than done, because even if you know what Polt's doing, his decision-making, his reactions, his choices to engage, they're very good.
For sure. Alright, so what's going on here? If they both open gas first, does that mean they want to get fast Banshees?
You know, fast Banshees, I think, are still good. But we're kind of at this stage in TVT meta, well, Illusion might already be changing this, where we're seeing a lot of 1-1-1 drops really dictate the game.
That.
Yeah, like whether it's 7 or 8 Marines, the 3 Hellions, and the medevac, like that seems to be the core of this matchup. For a long time, it was Banshee versus Banshee. You know, first person to get Banshees wins. But the nice thing is you can defend a little bit easier too by going for that opener. You've got the 7 Marines to hold off a Banshee. You've got the 8 Marines in the medevac, whatever. As long as you don't get caught running across the map or something. But it is interesting to see neither player go for a Reaper. Oftentimes you'll still see at least one, but no Reaper out of either of these guys. So a little bit blind right now, but the SVs will scout eventually.
Well, it is 1-1, as you said, of course. So we're just gonna have to wait until what they make a dropship or a Banshee. Oh, I guess the tech labs and whatever will tell too. Oh, Illusion's being tricky right now.
Yeah, so this is what I thought was a little bit weird, the positioning of the factory. This is gonna be for tanks, and there's an old build from like, and you're talking about the bag of tricks coming into this. Beastie Cutie used to do actually a lot of the time that involved heavily going Marines off a reactor, tank, and not a Banshee but a Raven. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily what he's going to do at the starport, because the starport's the one you can mix up. But the idea is that you want that tank because it gives you so much control in the early game.
Well, this Hellion, yeah, it's going to get turned back. So Polt is left in the dark for now. That's why he's getting a Widowmine, right? Because he wants to be sure he's safe versus a fast Banshee or something.
Well, the Widowmine will also snipe off like most units anyways. But what is kind of curious, though, is the fact that Illusion went for the medevac. Not a bad choice. Polt scans. He sees nothing abnormal, but we all know there's a tank. So I was expecting him to at least do like a Viking, if not the Raven that I discussed. But the medevac's the one I didn't really see coming. It's still going to be good. It's going to benefit the Marines, but it's just it's mostly the vision for the tank is what it's going to be more than anything else.
Oh, well, healing is nice too. But
oh, he picks up the tank. Oh, this is actually really cool because now Polt has no idea that there's a tank in this.
Yeah. He's never seen the factory in the low ground with the Hellion.
Okay, so this Widowmine, guys, for those who don't know how this works, it can one-shot a Viking, it cannot one-shot a medevac, and it cannot one-shot a Banshee. But it can get both of them incredibly damn low.
Okay, so he's revealed that tank by now just to pick off the Hellion.
I'm really curious to see how this Widowmine's going to come into play, though. So basically right now there's 3 free depots here at the top of the ramp.
Widowmine.
Oh, what was that? I thought it was going to go for the Marine for sure. Anyways, there's 3 depots for free here at the front. All he has to do is siege up and use the medevac for high ground vision. There's no way Polt can defend this. If he pushes down with the Marines, the tank shreds the Marines. There's a Viking out to snipe the medevac, which could possibly happen.
No. Good paying attention there.
Yeah. Of course, losing depots for Terran player this really is devastating because you can't and don't want to drop supply, but he loses the... Oh, no, he doesn't lose the Viking. Almost does.
Oh, and I noticed earlier Polt was going to take the low ground expansion, then he saw the Hellion with the Marine, and he just made it on the high ground, which is good because he wouldn't have finished it otherwise.
The Viking gets sniped off. He forgot about the Widow Mine. This is such a good Widow Mine. The Marines can beta fight back here to the tanks. It's not like you leapfrog the tanks up to the top of the ramp in this situation, but feeling that he's got some prowess here, he's going to move them forward just a little bit closer.
So medevac does go down.
He doesn't really need the high ground vision anymore, though. Like, the medevac being down isn't the end of the world, but that tank is apparently in range. Couldn't believe it, but it was. Marine's got to be careful. If he loses the fodder here, like we see them just taking a lot of hits, if he loses this fodder, the tanks can be stimmed upon pretty quickly. Well, actually, he doesn't have stim. Take that back.
He lost the tech lab, so he can't make more tanks now.
That's true. One of the things too.
That's cute.
Well, if he loses the Marines, this medevac can suddenly drop on top of the tanks as well. Let's not forget about that. But finding some sweet spots, this tank for Polt can't advance. If it does, it runs into 3 tanks shooting hits. So Illusion is just slowly driving him back and containing him.
I think Polt's gonna get that last tank though, with the
he'll get the one on. Yeah, he'll get that one.
Viking versus Viking, but with the repair, so...
Actually, repair's not that strong with the way Vikings attack.
Are they?
It's actually really dumb, because the Vikings hit twice, so the repair doesn't keep up with it.
Well, Polt does have time to repair in the safety of his own home.
Yeah.
So his Viking is full HP now.
This might be the end of the game for Illusion though if he can't break this, because he doesn't have his own CC. Yeah, like Polt hasn't mined off of it or anything, but if he doesn't get something up back at home soon, or at least start his own CC like this, if he's been sitting there for a while.
Yeah, he's gonna do that now.
Yeah.
But Polt does have. Oh, Polt actually is floating like 800 minerals the whole time.
Well, he can't spend anything. He had to keep pulling his buildings back, building new reactors.
Yeah, but when he can spend it, that's just 800 more he can use for whatever.
Right, but here comes a drop, and here comes a Banshee, and Illusion has nothing at home. This is do or die for Illusion, because there's no way he comes back at home to defend this.
No CC for you.
Polt playing this really smart, really collected. I mean, this is what I was talking about too. Like, he doesn't panic. Polt makes all the right decisions when he needs to.
And he has Cloak Banshee, so he's gonna have to force Illusion to scan. Oh, Illusion's just going for it, actually. Yeah,
you can break tanks with this. It's not a huge tank count, but I don't know. In a base trade scenario, I think the Banshee wins, especially when there's 8 Marines in a medevac.
Base trade TV.
Well, actually, I guess it wouldn't technically. Oh, it was the Viking. I was gonna say Polt couldn't lift off if he wants, but the Banshee will hold. I mean, he can do some sick medevac micro to keep the tanks alive for a while, but I mean, this.
Oh, he is. It's Illusion. He's gonna do that.
Yeah, it's not a killing force though. He's got nothing to shoot up really, so.
Yeah, the one Marine, I don't think, even with the scan, can deal with it. Oh, his SCV is getting owned by Banshees too.
Yeah, this is sadly Illusion out at this point. This wasn't all in out of him, so kind of to be expected. Someone in chat was asking why was this on the low ground. This was specifically to hide it. We saw Polt scan early for those who missed it, and it didn't see the factory. If you see the tank coming, you build your own tanks immediately. But Polt didn't start tank production until after this had started. And make no mistake, guys, the aggression from Illusion was winning the game, but it's Polt's decision to go across the map that, you know, costs Illusion the game.
He had to cancel the tank because the dropship was there.
He's down to 9 SCVs. Like, I don't know. This kind of like
he's not even mining,
stubborn.
so he might as well be 0.
Yeah, it just feels like he's being stubborn at this point. If you come against a player like Polt, you know, pretty talented guy to come against. Like, even if he kills this Banshee, it's kind of to what avail, right? Polt's got 2 CCs behind this.
He can probably make 2 more if he wanted.
Yeah. So, really,
PF Russian.
It was a cool move for Illusion. Sadly, though, it is a build that was on the clock, and that clock ticked to GG. Game number 1, gonna go to Polt. It's a best of 3 in the losers bracket, guys. Apparently I guess the semifinals were a best of 3, actually, just realizing that's a 3-0, but these are not the